चल हो जा शुरू।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
This one in relation to a high-level security grid meet, which is being chaired by Union Home Minister Amit Shah in the national capital. We also understand that Army Chief, along with NSA Ajit Doval, are also a part of the security grid review meet. The meet, as we know, is being held to review the counter-terror operations in the JNK. This in the backdrop of the 4 back-to-back terror attacks which have happened in the valley in the last few days. So a high-level meet that is being held by Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Army Chief and NSA will be a part of this security grid meet, which will begin in just some time from now as we speak. These are live and exclusive visuals on our screens. The security grid meet, which is being held by Union Home Minister, you see Ajit Doval, among other top police officers from JNK, part of the security meet. LG of JNK is also a part of this security grid meeting. Let's quickly go across to Gursimran. He's been tracking the details of this meet. Gursimran, the focus is essentially going to be on the counter-terror operations in JNK, but also important to note here that this comes just ahead of the Amarnath pilgrimage, which begins in just days from now.
Security forces as well as the NSA, Ajit Doval, Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha, Chief Secretary Atal Dulu, all have arrived for the meeting. It is expected that in a couple of minutes' time from now, Union Home Minister Amit Shah too will be arriving for the meeting. The agenda of the meeting remains to be on the 3 points. The focus is on the recent terror attacks in the Jammu region. Second is the infiltration of the Pakistani terrorists in large scales into the Indian territory. And the third is the upcoming Amarnath Yatra. First is that the input generation has become almost zero for the Jammu and Kashmir police, which is cause of concern as the Jammu police is unable to generate some credible leads. Except in the operation that was carried out by the Kathua police, there has not been a single operation where the input has been generated and has been worked upon successfully. Second is the large-scale infiltration of the Pakistani terrorists, that from where these Pakistani terrorists are coming into the Indian territory, who is helping them, whether they have dig a tunnel that is entering deep inside the Indian territory, because if we speak of the BSF is saying that there is no possibility of the infiltration from the international border, then possibility of a tunnel that is yet to be detected by the security forces. Third is the upcoming
Gursimran, just interrupting you for a moment, just to tell our viewers, Union Home Minister has arrived. So the officers present who are waiting for Shah to arrive, he has just presided over the meet, which we understand will begin in just a couple of minutes from now. Gursimran, requesting you to keep talking to us while we wait for that security grid meeting to begin.
Earlier what used to happen that the security grid is strengthened from Jammu, the base camp Bhagwati Nagar, to the last point, that is the Baba Barfani's cave. But this time, keeping in view the threat perception, there will be adequate security arrangements starting from the Punjab, from the Pathankot towards the holy shrine cave of Baba Barfani. There will be adequate security arrangements. And the large-scale infiltration of the Pakistani terrorists that we speak of is that because it is a really serious concern. Same time last year, the administration, the police was claiming that the local number of the terrorists that have come down to almost double digits, and this is the lowest number ever. But the Pakistan has changed its strategy. They are now sending the Pakistani trained terrorists into the Indian territory that are heavily armed and are inflicting maximum damage to the security forces. If we speak of last 7 days, Samiksha, we have lost 10 individuals. 9 are the pilgrims of Baba Barfani that were heading towards after paying the obeisance at Shiv Khodi, and 1 was the CRPF personnel that we lost in an encounter in the Kathua district, which means the security concern is raising with each passing day in the Jammu region. Jammu has been peaceful in the past 3 decades when we have seen a steep increase in the terrorism in the Kashmir Valley starting from 90s. But Jammu was peaceful. But this time what the Pakistan has done, the shifting of the base from the Kashmir Valley to the Jammu, the terrorists are coming here in the large numbers. They are establishing base. They are carrying the attacks. They are carrying the lone wolf attack. They are carrying out, they are carrying carrying out the ambush attacks, and also they are targeting the civilians, they are targeting the pilgrims in Jammu and Kashmir. That means every no-go zone is being breached by the Pakistani terrorists that are active in the area, and the Jammu and Kashmir police, especially if we speak of the Jammu region, there are no credible leads with the police. That is making the things really, really very difficult for them. Though there are general inputs that are being generated based on some local sightings, some suspects, but that are leading to any of the successful operations. Only one lead was credible, that was in the Kathua, when 2 Pakistani terrorists were neutralized in an operation of Kathua police along with the 1 para of the Indian Army and the CRPF along with the local security agencies. Samiksha.
Yes, Gursimran, requesting you to stay with us. In fact, if you can talk to us more about the key challenges here. One of the challenges, of course, remains how to ensure that the infiltrations do not happen, because a lot of these terror attacks which have happened, like you were also telling us, could have possibly happened as a result of increased infiltrations in recent past.
Yes, Amiksha, see, there has been some negligence on the part of local law enforcement agencies. That is what even the union government has taken a strong note of. Because when the infiltration was taking place, everyone was saying that there was no infiltration. However, there were credible leads with the central intelligence agencies, and they have shared it with the Union Home Ministry as well, that there are reports of infiltration taking place. See, the law enforcement agencies are a different thing. There is a divisible deployment of the Indian Army, but that was only restricted to the Northern Command. The Western Command deployment has been done only after the terror attack on 28th of April when VDG SP was killed by the terrorists in the upper reaches of the Basantgarh in the Udhampur district. So a collaborated effort is being made by the security forces now, but those terrorists who have already infiltrated are doing the maximum damage, Samiksha, and that is why we are witnessing back-to-back terror attacks in the Jammu region. Jammu was not active for terrorists as it has been today, and that is why back-to-back meetings are being called. Prime Minister himself reviewed the security scenario of Jammu and Kashmir, and today the Union Home Minister Amit Shah is reviewing the security scenario of Jammu and Kashmir, because Amarnath Yatra is going to come, and Amarnath Yatra, being one of the most important religious festivals of Jammu and Kashmir, needs to be very secure, and that's why the additional troops are also being rushed to the Jammu and Kashmir. But yet one concern is that the pattern of these terrorists and the location of these terrorists remains to be unknown. Samiksha.
Yes, Gursimran, also let's also tell our viewers that this comes with just days ahead, for days to go for the Amarnath Yatra also to begin. In fact, in just 13 days from now, the Amarnath Yatra will begin. Anything expected, Gursimran, with regard to the security measures that could be taken up, especially in relation to the Amarnath Yatra pilgrims, as the Yatra is set to begin in just 13 days from now?
See, Samiksha, the real concern remains the security of the Amarnath Yatra, but one thing that we have to see, that it is not only about the Amarnath Yatra, because when Amarnath Yatra is in place in Jammu and Kashmir, there are other roughly 20 yatras that are going on simultaneously, starting from the Kishtwar district to the Poonch, Baba Barfani's another cave that is there. We have seen time and again, be it Sarthal Mata Temple Yatra. So providing the security to all the pilgrimages is very important, because we have seen that the Shiv Khodi has been hit. That means they can hit any of the pilgrimage, the terrorist can hit any of the pilgrimage to inflict maximum damage to the civilians, and that's why a roadmap is being prepared. We spoke to some of our sources within the establishment, have decided that there is plan that is being prepared to secure all the yatras. It is not that no doubt that the key focus will be on the Amarnath Yatra, but the adequate arrangements will be made in such a manner that no yatra is hit by these terrorists that are in a bid to carry out maximum damage to security forces as well as the religious pilgrims.
Yes, Gursimran, stay with us while we tell our viewers. These are visuals coming in from the National Capital. Union Home Minister has begun with a meet which is happening as we speak to review the security situation in the valley. Top-level police officers from J&K are part of this meeting. In fact, Army Chief is also present. NSA is also a part of this high-level meet which is taking place as we speak.